Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm 17 and I'm from East Palo Alto.
Hey, my name is Damien. I'm 17 and I'm from East Palo Alto.
Hello, my name's Miguel. I'm 16 and I'm from Pescadero, California.
Hey, my name's Shay. I'm 16 and I'm from Pescadero, California.
We are SEAL 2020 participants from SOT-8. Our team name is the Educators. One of the biggest crises our generation is facing is the education system.
We are also currently in the middle of a pandemic, so the film that you are about to see was made collaboratively over Zoom.
Good. You know, there's some ups and downs in like schoolwork and stuff. But like ever since quarantine, I feel like I learned better. I understand it more because it's like there's no distractions around me. It's just like it's quiet. Well, I like the loudness too, but like because I don't know, it's just weird, but like it helps too. But like the quietness and like just me and the teacher. I feel like it's just me and the teacher. Like he's teaching me, and like there's just no distractions and stuff. But sometimes, like for example, in math, I feel like I need somebody to be there to help me, like so they could teach me, basic. Like I need somebody to help me. But other than that, it's pretty good. I wish my school had more opportunities like sports or like activities. Well, there's stuff, but like since it's like a small school, we can't really do much. It's like a charter school, but other than that, it's pretty good. Um, I feel like the stuff that they're teaching us is not really gonna help us in the long run. I feel like they need to teach us stuff that would, like, for example, like how to pay bills or like stuff, how to deal with money and stuff, or like stuff that will help us in the long run. But I understand, like, I understand the teachings of like, the history, English, reading. I understand that. Like, I get why we're learning that, or like, yeah, I understand why we're learning that. But like, some other stuff, like science, for example, like, okay, like I feel like science. If somebody wants to be that, they should go to school for that. I know they could do that in college. The percentage or the population or percentage of um kids going to school would increase if those things would happen. Like they would want to go to school and like learn that, so when they finish it, they know what to do. Like we know what to do. I feel like we should come together as a community or like school and stuff. Like us kids come together and like talk about it.
Aprendiendo con libros y estar encerrados en cuatro paredes no es la manera que estudiantes deben de aprender. Aprendiendo con un libro en una clase y estar sentado en la clase por mucho tiempo puede ser muy difícil para unos estudiantes para estar enfocados y motivados en la clase. Escuelas privadas tienen una chance más alta de estudiar formación interactivo, mientras las escuelas públicas están fundadas por el gobierno para que las enseñen en una manera que el gobierno quiere que ellos aprendan. Mientras las escuelas privadas tienen la libertad de usar ese dinero para usarlo en formación interactivos. Maestras pueden hacer la diferencia si las clases están aburridas o divertidas. Por ejemplo, mi maestra de inglés nos lleva afuera y a hacer desafíos de vocabularios con nuestros amigos, y es algo muy divertido que hacemos en su clase.
These past years in high school hasn't been the best for me because I'm a hands-on learner. During 7th grade, I met an organization called Earths for Oceans, and so I think I've learned more in that organization than in science class ever. I've learned more about the environment by doing things and seeing things myself, not reading off a textbook and being told what is going on in the world. Nah, I've seen it in my own eyes. I've done it by scuba diving under the water. I've seen something that not many people have seen underwater. It's a whole nother different world. And so this is what's fun about hands-on learning and not reading off textbooks. So I feel like schools should start changing the way how they teach.
Hey, my name is Shay, and I'm a sophomore from Pescadero, California. back to school next month, and it's looking like this is going to be my classroom. It's awesome that we live in a day and age when education can be accessed digitally. However, school on Zoom really isn't as simple as it sounds. A lot of the teachers at my school who I've talked to about it say that preparing their curriculum for digital use is 3 times as much work. And from my personal experience, it's a lot harder for students to learn.
Morning class. Today we will be going over The Great Gatsby. Angel, can you tell me what you read?
I'm sorry to tell you this, teacher, but I did not read. This is quarantine. I'm supposed to be chilling with my friends. No, no,
Oh,
no.
we're still in class.
It's quarantine. No.
You have to read regardless of whether we are in quarantine or not. Matthew, how about you? Did you read?
What?
Did you read
Did I read what?
The Great Gatsby?
How much?
You have to read at least 40 to 50 pages.
Well, I mean, we read the first chapter in class. Before quarantine, I read that.
What is the purpose of school? What does education mean? Does it mean memorizing content in the short term so that we can spit it back out on a test? Does school mean something that we just go to because we have to? To me, education means learning about real-world issues. It means hands-on learning and not just sitting in a classroom repeating stuff off of textbooks or listening to a teacher lecture. The fact is that while we're memorizing things for standardized tests and then spitting them back out onto paper, a pandemic is hitting the United States. There's a massive civil rights movement that's mobilizing millions of people to fight for justice, and climate change is continuing to ravage our world. The IPCC set 2 degrees Celsius of average global warming as a tipping point that we are quickly approaching, and yet kids are still graduating high school unable to say what climate change is. If our generation is going to tackle the crises that we are facing, we need real education about real-world issues.
Kelly Munoz. I am currently a parent of a junior in high school here in Pescadero. Although I no longer work in education, I was a high school teacher for several years in Florida for a school for at-risk girls, as well as in high schools and middle schools in the East Bay. Well, we start at the very beginning with the fact that every institution or organization or business in this country was created for white people, by white people, so that white people could stay on the top. So inherently we have a system that's flawed. We have a imbalance with how students achieve because of inherent systemic racism, I think, and other factors. The way I had 35 to 40 kids in each class, it was apparent that I had all different learning styles. So I really took it as a responsibility for me as an educator to hit all these different ways so that each individual kid, they could do well, at least in one portion of my 2-hour class. So that's kind of the way I attacked it. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of time, each lesson plan, hitting all those components.
So how do you think teachers can be best supported in order to educate every child to the best of their ability?
Well, obviously smaller class sizes, a lot of training should go in. I think that a lot of teachers still, I don't get this, but they think that they're the only conduit to deliver the knowledge instead of respecting and really believing that each child brings with them wisdom. School districts should also actively be trying to recruit more teachers of color, because surely you can't have a just and equitable system with only one type of person teaching. Frankly, as a teacher, I never paid attention to test scores. It was more if a kid would say to me at the end of the semester, wow, I never thought I'd like history, I never thought it was relevant to my experience, and now I'm understanding how everything that I'm doing now has its roots in 20 years ago.
Mi equipo T8 de SEAL cree que una de las mayores crisis que enfrenta nuestra generación es el sistema educativo. Una solución sería que los maestros implementen proyectos en sus planes de estudio que permitan a los estudiantes pensar críticamente, aprender y mejorar habilidades, aprender sobre problemas mundiales, explorar sus pasiones y aprender sobre temas relacionados con el océano.